Hello, welcome back to Magic with Melly. This is a tarot reading. So, this reading could be for you if you clicked on, if it found you on some type of way, then this reading is for you. Let's check out what is the messages for the greater good, the highest good for the collective, just for the good of all. Let's see what's going on here, what's collective needing to experience in this reading for their well-being. Okay, we have the Hierophant and we have the Wheel of Fortune. Hierophant's giving, like with it being reversed, and the Wheel of Fortune is giving its certain commitments are a struggle. Staying committed could be a struggle. Something about being stuck or in a contract. Something about agreement. Something with being misaligned with the universe or being misaligned with self. Misaligned with soul. Your soul calling, your soul purpose. You don't necessarily have a say in that. Your body will, though. Your body will feel free. Your body will feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. You're just gonna feel triggered if you're anywhere but where you're meant to be. It's gonna be really difficult if you're anywhere but where you're meant to be. So some people insist on staying stuck. Spirit insists not. Spirit insists to keep looking for silver linings. Spirit's also indicating something about seeds here, nourishing seeds, planting seeds. Yeah, so someone's been holding a seed, holding it, and it's never going to become a flower or a plant until you send it to the earth. Ground it, nourish it, water it, put the details in, put the work in, do the duty, water, information. And like I was saying, someone's holding a seed, but they have yet to plant it. You could have a lot of seeds, but if you never plant them, you're not going to enjoy your fruits of your labor, because there was no labor, no work to put in. And it's giving, when you plant a seed, you don't expect a whole blossom the next day. Seeds take time. Some of you are doing only, one seed at a time, maybe a few seeds at a time. This could be about people. This could be about careers. This could be about just projects. We had the Strength reverse and the Page of Cups. What's fishy here is the Strength being reversed. It's giving it's giving when you're strong in an energy, people think that they can trouble you over it. Treble, like not trouble, but treble, T-R-E-B-L-E, could be significant, like sound. Someone could be into sound. Someone has pick me energy. Four of Pentacles. I know the song's not saying pick me, it's saying like dick for me, or I don't know, something of that. Someone wants to give it, okay? Someone's hanging on kind of too tightly to outcome. Yeah, someone's hanging on too tightly to outcome and not surrendering necessarily to spirit. And yeah, Strength reverse again. someone's spirit is being weakened, or their strength is being weakened. That's not what I want to tell the collective. So then what the fuck? Tell me, what's collective need? I don't like this strength reverse. Tell me. Tell me. Emperor reverse. Page of Swords. King of Swords. I'm hearing this person makes you weak, or you make this person weak. And the reason the strength is reverse is giving someone has to focus on their strength here. Someone's giving away their power. Someone may not realize what giving away their power looks like and how much they do give away their power. Giving away your power is, here's an example. You have the power to decide, right? You have the power to claim. You have the power to walk. You have the power to smile. You have the power to, you have the power to do things, just the power to do anything. Anything that you put your mind to, you have the power to do it. But you could give away your power by sharing your thoughts surrounding what you should or should not do. This person upset me. Do I give them another chance? You have the power to decide that. But if you're asking someone else, you're giving them the power. That's just one example. Some of you apply it here, there, everywhere. Not a lot sometimes. But if there's something that's important to you, specifically, and you're seeing it flop, perhaps set this energy free and just decide for yourself rather than including others in your decision making. You or your person could listen to other people in this way and not realize that you are taking in someone else's spirit, someone else's story, and it's not your story. Then you wonder why it didn't come out the way that you wanted it to. It came out the way that they wanted it to. It's because you listened. You gave away that power to decide, or that power to do whatever it is that you were pondering on doing. Sometimes just that action is giving someone an idea. So then, right, if so-and-so upset you, and then you're asking your friend, oh, my person upset me, or this person upset me. Should I keep them around? Should I not keep them around? If they want your person, they're going to advise you to leave them alone and fuck that person. And then next thing you know, they're hanging out with them. Just be very careful when people say one thing, do another. Even say one thing to you and then they're doing another. Be careful of words. The moon reverse. People do say what they mean, but the placement may not be what you think. I'm hearing white lies, or I'm hearing convenience, justice. justice being served here. Like, you're just gonna get the clarity. And the moon reverse. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Queen of Pentacles reverse. The moon reverse. It's like they may have received you based on these lies, but they didn't get to fully receive you, which is the shitty part, because you are a gem. To fully be able to receive you is so divine, but they flopped the situation. You know, they, like, someone's missing in action, and that's because there's missing information, or like someone manifested maliciously. So they're like, what's missing? What's, you know, like, someone's like having a hard time seeing here, like, what they do and why. More necessarily, like, I think the why could be like, just wondering where the consideration was. Some of you can tell, like, you weren't the one being considered, but then it's like, what else is being considered here then? You may question if you were the only one, romantically, sexually, platonically, you know, or like as far as knowing a secret, or like something sacred. I'm hearing like, I'm hearing a lawnmower going, so it's like grass. The grass was not greener on the other side. This person needs to cut cords. This person's cutting the grass where they thought the grass was greener, essentially, because they realize it's just weeds, or it's fake grass or something, right? So they're cutting cords, they're cutting the grass, they're figuring stuff out. As they figure things out, it's sort of slowing them down. Like, I think they really moved quickly at first, which then was overwhelming because they weren't paying attention. They were only paying attention to themselves or you, and not the other things. And then the other things caught up, is what's happening. When a lot of people catch on to feels here, people can get jealous that it's not them. They could get jealous that it's like that's not happening to them. I'm like, oh, they're like, okay, this is what's missing. This is the perspective that's missing from some people in the collective, whether it's you or you need to deliver it to someone somehow, or like, just this is how you understand, so you can put yourself in or out of the situation. But it's really giving the more people that were involved, like, the more people that caught on to the feelings that are exchanged and stuff, the more that they're like, I want that. What about me? They see it and attack it because they're like, I want, because what happens when, okay, we're gonna think like a boss on a game, right? And like you have like a team, okay? And they're attacking the boss. You want to win, you want to overtake the boss. And then what happens though, if like they're attacking here, and then they're like, or like there's energy exchange happening here, and then there's an attack here and an energy exchange over here, the boss is going to change gears and pay attention to the other energy. And it's like this situation has changed too many gears. It's gotten to be too confusing, where this person was really imbalanced on how they focused on anything. They just like were all or nothing, and it's not really all or nothing for everything. Like, there's balance. There's a time for everything. So You can have it all. You don't have to result to nothing. It's having it all is in doses, in daily doses. I think maybe you or your person is recognizing this. Like, you just need a daily dose of everything. That you need or want in that day, you know, like, because what you need one day isn't going to be the same thing that you need a different day. What your person's going to need one day isn't going to be the same things as a different day. So you kind of always got to be on a radar and be ready. Mostly be ready for yourself. Like, don't be attached towards, like, just enjoy it. Don't be attached. Because when you stop enjoying it, being attached is not going to be fun. Okay, Ace of Swords, some of you really attach yourselves to things when it's really good, and it's like really easy for it to be really good in the beginning. But then that's like things dissolve, and some toxic energies rely on you being stuck, rely on you being just really set on what they sold you in the beginning. It's a red flag to be super love bombed and in the beginning. It's a red flag to have all these promises in the beginning. You have to, the person needs time to get to those words, and then have the energy get to those words, and then have the action get to those words. Like, there's lots behind that here, and some of you are rushing and just let this happen. Then you're like, where did the person I fell in love with go? They never existed. It was something they sold you and that you got stuck on, that you got stuck with. It's like someone short sold you, or someone sold you like a counterfeit. Like, they gave you a counterfeit. Words without action is counterfeit. Money without value, counterfeit. Yeah. Paper money, you know, like, lots of things could look like it, but can it actually be it? Like, someone spirit wants me to say, like, walks like a duck, talks like a duck, must be a duck. But I waddle. I'm a double leg amputee, and I can go quack, quack, quack. Does that make me a duck because I look like one wobbling? And I can go quack, quack, quack. Of course, that doesn't make me a duck. I'm always going to be me, and a duck is always going to be a duck. Even if I pretend to be a duck, you're going to look at me and be like, that's just Melly and a duck. And so then sometimes it's that obvious. Sometimes it's not as obvious. Like, it just depends on how well you or your person is at hiding what's going on inside. A lot of people thought that the Melly before was actually me. It was not. It was people-pleasing Melly. It was the Melly that I thought everyone wanted me to be. Page of Cups. And I think this is energy that collective struggles with. I can understand this struggle because everyone wants to be liked. You want to be liked. So then you fall to people-pleasing tendencies because you want people to like you, but then, like, the real thing here is you need the right people. Like, the right people will like you. If you feel really disliked right now, those people maybe aren't your people. Or maybe they are your people and you're not their people. Alignment's really important here because this Page of Cups keeps wanting to flip. So you could be the only good thing in an entire town. Or you could be the only bad thing in the entire town. You could be good and bad. Like, it's not that simple, okay? But, like, what I'm saying is you are all things and also none of those things. You choose. Identity is identification, seeing what is within, right? So I identify as an amputee individual, a disabled individual. But the terms, those are just words to describe like how I see myself. So you could say like, I am happy, I am disabled, I am upset, I am traveling, I am these things. This like the energy that you're in, or like describing something here. I think collective needs to set themselves free of just limiting ideas and thoughts and concepts, and limiting ways that you talk to yourself. I'm a disabled person, but does that make me everything that I am? Is my disability everything? No. It's only parts of me. I let it be as much a part of me as I allow it to be. Other days, I do not even resonate with the word disabled, because that is a word that's surrounding my ability to do things, and I am very able. I am very able-bodied, though it looks disabled to the norms, you know, to muggles, normies, or however you want to view them. Like, I am still able to do everything other people can do. It's just for them, maybe it would disable them. Literally, they would not be able to. And that helps me segue into some of you in the collective. Nobody could be you even if they tried, or if they were put in your situation. They could not carry themselves the way you do. I've literally been told this to my face, like, if I were you, I would have killed myself. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, oh my goodness. Like, that is horrible that they would say something like that to me. But that's how horrible they are. They wouldn't be able to be a disabled person. It would disable them. But I think there's a misconception with disability, because in my case, I don't feel like my disability has disabled me. But the same disability or the same condition does disable other people. It's like that's their own karmic situation, though. I think I chose this body to send the appropriate messages out. Some conditions are, most if not all, most conditions are set on by the parameters you created in your lifetime, or in your soul's time existing as a soul. What I'm getting at is, someone who interferes with someone else's safety, whether it's a domestic abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse, someone just bullies, someone is just making someone not feel safe sharing, expressing, being themselves. Anybody who does this, whatever amount or degrees they put it to, the karma gets sent back. And sometimes it literally kills people. Sometimes it literally disables people. You know, if someone's messing with your crown chakra, just getting into your mental space, making you think all sorts of ways, they're going to appear as having chronic migraines. They're going to experience the pain. Like, if they want to inflict pain in your mental and pain in your heart space, they're going to see, like, if you don't fully receive it, it goes to them. And if it doesn't go to them right away, it gets sent as like a really intense situation that shows in divine timing. It's really divine timing, where it's like, okay, spirit says that you will not stop, so now we're going to fucking stop you. God has control over that. Spirit has control over that. We don't. we may think like, oh, like I want to get this, like I want this person to get sick, or I want this person to die. But if they don't actually deserve your death wish, they don't deserve like these things, you're going to receive it in some way. And I say in some way, shape, or form, because it's not going to be the exact. It's only going to be in a way where it's like, you like time test. Time is a test. Time is the only one that can truly tell. For example, my car. Oh my goodness, I just got my car back. YouTube, I'm not sure if my friends here can tell that the car has switched from my car to the other car to now this car. So I was able to get a rental because, yeah, I got into a collision. Another car hit me. It wasn't a bad accident. It was actually divine timing. And this car was due for fixes. My ex drove to my house and carved profanity on the side of my car, and also poured some mysterious liquid in my gas tank. So one of the times my car just shut off, literally just shut off mid-drive, no warning, no nothing. Literally the second the liquid went through, my car shut off. So what if I was turning on the highway? Or what if I was like, literally, what if I was turning over a cross section? Like what? Like literally I could have died, but I didn't. I survived. There was probably karma related to that. But I just moved on. I even owe my ex money and paying them. I have given no reason for them to think any type of way. Yet they come and attack me again because I'm not giving them the attention that they want from me. All they have is their own shitty energy to work with. So what do? They come in and attack the car. But anyway, the moral of the story is divine timing. This car, I'm like, I didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve it. I know I deserved it in some form from some previous mistakes. And the mistake is from when I was 18. I scraped against someone's car in a gas station, and I was so scared. I was a new driver. I was so scared. I just drove away. I even questioned, did I even like touch that car as much as I think I did? Like, I thought I was hearing things. I was so like feeling like I was like hallucinating like my fears, and like just fucking, I was so scared, and I drove away, and I held regret over it for like a lot, and I like literally forgot about it until the accident, until like I was getting attacked, and I was like, okay, well, some car troubles I have had, they wait until it's a good timing, and I'm like, all right, great. But now but I felt the attack was excess. I felt like the attack was an ego extreme, and that the situation will balance itself. But I really didn't deserve nearly 2 years or nearly a year and a half or some time of driving with profanity on the side of my car. Like, my collective needs to hear this. Like, you are not a hoe for moving on from someone who's fucked up. Like, how fast you move on from someone that's that fucked up, you're not a hoe for that. Like, yeah. And it's like I was moving on to someone, and maybe I was having sex with them, but like that's like my own journey, and maybe they were trying to sabotage me being with someone new. And like that's the thing, is the collective could be dealing with this. Don't let your ex, just don't, if your ex insists on being friends with you, they're toxic, because you stopped being friends the moment you started being more than friends. So if you want, someone who's going to stay in your life forever, maybe be friends with them and stay friends with them. see if their friendship even lasts. So now going back in time, right? I'm like going back to the time of that incident when my car was attacked. Basically, I got in a collision on the left side of my car. And then the left side of my car was also attacked, like around my car was attacked by my ex, but the profanity is on the left side of my car, the driver's side of my car. And because there was an accident on my left side of the car, the kind souls were like, yes, we will definitely just use extra paint. The extra paint that we're going to use for the front part of the car, we could just do little details there. It's not going to be like that big of a deal. So I was like, oh my goodness. And like, I didn't know when the fix was going to come. I kept hearing stuff like a brand new car, a new person, this, that. I even like close to the accident was like being triggered to think. I even predicted it a little bit because the whole lane switch video, I was like, that was the day I had the accident. But where I was like saying about checking your blind spots, that video was the day that the accident happened. But then in the aftermath, it healed a lot of things. Like, I'm super traumatized in my relationship with my ex because of healing stuff I needed to do with my dad. So then divine timing also brought my dad into my situation to help me fix my car situation. Because who do I call when things happen like that? That's a dad thing. That's not a mom thing. Of course, moms that show up that way are so amazing, but that's a dad thing. So if you have, or like, a guy thing, because they seem to have more information about that. So yeah, it brought me closer to being able to heal my placement with my father figure, which is what domino affected my ex, like why I chose my ex, and then why I chose not to choose my ex, and then why they attacked me. It's like a lot of things on seeing what's safe and not safe. And my family life has been a lot more safe than I realized. But when you can or cannot accept yourself, you can or cannot accept the things around you. So I did have like my own self-love, self-acceptance journey, and I rejected and accepted just based off of where I thought I was, or where I was at the time, not what I thought I was. I mean, like, I thought I was doing good things, or the best for me, but with or without intentions, you are guided. It just depends, though. Like, do you turn your back on the good things? Do you do bad things? Because then those bad things do fall onto you. Yeah, we're gonna do that. That's fine. Oh my goodness. Someone... Okay, I'm going to affirm the protection over the collective right here. The collective is protected. No evil or weapons of evil will form or successfully form against collective, their people, their belongings. Everything is as it should be. Everything is well. Ace of Cups. I was saying stuff about nourishing and seeds earlier. Gotta focus here. Can't give to others until you're overflowing. This can have to do with inventory. This can have to do with service. This can have to do with your energy. This can have to do with just like anything. Cannot give from an empty cup. You have to give from an overflowing, abundant cup. That's what you can't give, what you can't give to yourself. So right now, like, you need to give to yourself first. This may lead you to have people walk out of your life, or you walk out of other people's lives, but it's well served. They served their purpose or their reason for entering your life. When you it's giving some people are around for what you do for them. So if you don't do for them what you normally do because you're focusing on yourself, that's really going to just stick a dagger into your back a little bit. Like, you're going to just not want to deal with that energy. The death is like, it may not be right now, but it's going to be coming in. Just be prepared for grieving the people that you thought they were and seeing the people who they actually are. It's literally gonna feel like a death. Like, you're not going to feel like you recognize them or know them. Like, if you're solid and especially like stand up for yourself, it's going to definitely shake things up. Like, people are not going to be used to you being so strong in yourself and in your energy, and like, they're going to treat you like you're weak. They're going to treat you like you were. And you're going to be like, damn, they treated me like that for so long. Like some things are just hard. I don't want to have to admit that to you, but it's like, it's what you need. Like, there are just some people who are not what you thought they were. I don't know why that Six of Pentacles is really giving, like, they're going to be eating out of your hands. Like, they don't, like, it's really giving to, like, the enemies of collective. Like, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Like, really, fuck off to those that do that. I'm hearing, like, some made, like, deals with the devil or something. Like, it's like, I literally got this warning from TikTok about, like, literally what there is spiritual warfare, okay, friends? And we just got to be careful of anybody who makes deals here. If you do this, I'll do this. If you do this, I'll do this. If you do this, I'll do this. Why is it got to be a deal? Why does it have to be a transaction? Why you got to force me? Like, why you got to, like, influence me or, like, bribe me? Something like that? Like, why? Like, it must not be good if there has to be some sort of incentive that's, like, not... Like, I don't know, if you're doing something that's not natural for you, it's just like... And spirit attack is really one of those things, like, it's, oh my gosh. A light being, someone who's of love, they won't have to lift a finger for magic to work for them. But those that are malicious, they have to do a lot. They have to control a lot of people. They have to group up a lot of people. They gotta, like, do these things. Okay? Notice opposite energy. Okay? I literally said to, like, these were, like, a new group of friends. And I was like, Yeah, I went to finance. I went there for like 4, 5, 6 years. I graduated with a finance degree, but I'm not really doing anything with finance because like Magic with Melly is my focus, right? I shared that very casually, but like literally the next interaction was about finance, about like some shit I told them I wasn't choosing. Snakes. And you think like, oh, they're gonna shed their skin, they're gonna change. They just become a bigger snake. Emperor, 5 of Pentacles. This could be like the result of someone, like I'm getting like those puppet strings. So like, that's where keeping mutuals around is really hard, because you don't know where their loyalties lie. If you have a problem with one person in the group, you have a problem with the entire group. Just trust that. If you have a problem, trust you can move the problem elsewhere, I guess. Like, you could take yourself elsewhere, or you could just like not be around this group, something like this. We have the community card with the 6 of Cups. That's validation about the group energy. We have this 6 of Wands reverse. I don't like that though. That's like the intentions of the group, so don't like that. They don't want you to move forward. You're the Queen of Wands though, so you're always going to move forward regardless of what they throw at you. And that's like, now they're seeing how fucking foolish they are, trying to stop the unstoppable. Because Queen of Wands being fiery energy, you try and touch a Queen of Wands, you're gonna burn. That's some fucking karma right there. See, I don't even have to see the karma that's gonna go towards my ex. I just trust that it's there because of physically what they've done to me and physically what I've seen karma do to other people. I'm like, that's all you. Like, I tried my best to love everyone who's ever come into my life. It's a mistake to think kindness is weakness. It's actually a strength to continue to be kind to those who are unkind. That's a strength. And then I decided not to be kind anymore. And then suddenly I was public enemy number 1 for the entire group. See, I try to keep mutuals around because I love everybody. But it was just like too messy. Because they're going to be like, why is this person this? It's like no one's business but your own. Why is it this friend's business that I'm not friends with this friend? There's also the fear or anxiety or just like being triggered of like, when you share with one friend, is it accidentally going to go to this other friend or an ex-friend or someone who is not supposed to know? It's messed up. Why are you hearing from somebody through somebody else? Can't it come from the actual person it's from? Maybe it's not actually coming from that person. Oh my God. I'm hearing like, there's a reason why Lamborghinis have 2 seats and a bus has 30. Literally, like, don't commune with just anybody. Queen of Wands. If you want to live a richer life, you can't have that many people around. Because there's not enough people that are like you. So to be like you, they have to sort of be a little foolish, be ready to start over, be ready to like, oh, some interesting energy there with the Fool. The Fool again. And Temperance. Queen of Pentacles, reverse. Collective, you or your person, both, everyone involved just needs to fill your own cup in this time. Like, that's your only advice right now, is fill your own cup, whatever that looks like, whatever that means. If there's something you've been wanting to do, do it. If there's somewhere you've been wanting to go, go. If you want to kiss somebody, kiss somebody. If you want to hug, hug. If you want to sing, sing. If you want to dance, dance. If you want to do. Don't worry about the repercussions. That's for future you to worry about. Because there's a lot of messing about in the past, present, and future, like, and just not being where you should be. There's like being where you should be physically, and you could feel like the obstacles. You're like, okay, I should be somewhere else. But then there's also just that energy with self, pleasing self, putting self first. I was going to talk about past, present, and future. So, say you want to do something. Okay? Your future self might stop you. Which might be okay. Your future self knows. But then, your future self could also just get in the way of things, because your current self isn't supposed to worry until your future self worries. Like your current self isn't supposed to worry about future stuff. Your future self is supposed to worry about future stuff. So just be careful about like when you are in your mind, when and where you are in your mind. If you are current, if you're in the future, or if you're in the past. Some of you are really triggered about the past, and that stops you in some ways. Where your past stops you and it's like, oh no, don't do that, we recognize that. And it's like, do you really recognize what this is? Like, if it's something different. If it's the same thing, then your past self is just like, no, like, we're not gonna do this again. Because your past self's like, I don't want to do this again, your future self is giving, like, kind of like helping you. Like, your past helps your current self know what not to do in the future. Your future self, like currently, so your future will be some type of way, but then your future comes to you currently so that you can like take like proper consideration, action, thoughts, like just certain thought placements that gets put for you to use as like a tool. Your past, present, and future is all you working for you as a tool to just get you where you need to be. And this resonates because this could have to do with healing, or just being able to do what you need. In the case of healing, you can go to traumatic places, like really upsetting, triggering, traumatic spaces in your healing timeline, and relive that as your adult self, as yourself who knows more, understands more, is better, and can take care of yourself. in a way that the old version of you couldn't before. Like, say something happened to you when you were like 2 or some young age. It could be any age. It doesn't have to be 2. It could be 5, 7, 9. It could be in your teenage years, high school years, college years. Any time that you're traumatized and haven't been able to move past it, you just feel stuck. You could go back to that time and tell your old self something that your old self needed but didn't have at the time. But you have it now, and you can send it back, you know, or you can send it forward. I think the real theme here is do or do not surrounding anything you dare to place yourself around. Do or do not. Everything's kind of a test there. It's really like, do I end this video now? Do I get out of the car? Do I drive the car? Do I shuffle more cards? Do I look at the camera? Do I look away from the camera? Like, literally, there could be less thinking, more doing. Less doing, more thinking. Some of you are balanced or imbalanced there. But this reading pulled a lot out of me, so you guys are magical. Stay magical. Everything's going to be okay. You have you everywhere you go, so make sure that you are aware of that and take care of that concept. Okay, bye.